are super excited to announce another release. So we've got four topics that I want to cover real quick. More details are in the documentation included in the link below the video. So the first thing you'll notice, the dashboard looks a little different. That is because it is now customizable, and you can customize this per security group. So that means, yep, you can design a dashboard for yourself and your team and another one for your clients. So if you want to edit the dashboard, in the top right corner under your name, you'll see the edit icon, and you put it in edit mode. So you can drag and drop tiles around, you can choose to hide them from view, etc. If you hide it from view, they'll populate at the bottom. If you want to bring them back later, you can bring them back that way. You can, again, save them. When you go to save, you will notice at the top you get a drop down for a security group. You can select which security group and save that as your default tenant, or the customer view. Save it and everybody will get their own view that way. Check it out. Can't wait to hear your feedback on that. Also, you have probably noticed we have quite a few new tiles on. So I have got the Microsoft Secure Score tile. So if you have already set up your Microsoft integration, we've got the secure score information pulling up onto the tile, and you can track scores for the past months. These other ones that are at the top of my screen right now are the ones that are currently in the platform. I'm going to scroll down to the new ones. We have recommendations. So now you can see the state of all of your recommendations for that client. And if you click the plus icon, you can see which ones fall into each category. We've got, if you've got their SmileBack integration set up, we've got the CSAT score there, and you can even select which time period to see those results. An assessment event score history. So here you can take a look at a specific assessment and then see the history of that event. So this is actually showing all of them. I can deselect and take a look at specific events and how they are tracking over time. So we've been asked for this information a lot, so we're excited to show you step one in the platform. The next tile over, I've got the Microsoft license summary. So this is for this in particular client, the same information that you see in the Microsoft 365 tab on the left. So those are all of the new tiles. Again, click edit in the upper right if you want to drag it and drop them around and build new views. Next up, we have got filter enhancements. So you might notice that the location filter, the asset type filter, and the asset status filter are now at the top of the screen. If I select asset type and choose server and workstations, it is going to update all of my tiles that are relevant to just those pieces. And you'll see in the top right corner, I've got a small filter. I'll make this a little larger. I've got a small filter that pops up to show that I have two active filters on. I can hide them so I get a little more real estate. And then when I switch to the asset list, those filters stay active. So you can see that I have now selected, I just have workstations and servers. And if I go back into my filter, I can turn those off. They will stay from screen to screen now. And lastly, in the budget forecast, we now have fiscal year reporting. So if you click on the gear icon, I can change reporting options. I can, in the reporting period, select fiscal year, and this will let me say when the fiscal year starts for this particular client. If it starts in July, I can now budget, it'll now give me the year view. I can save this if I choose to. I'm going to not choose to. But you'll see that fiscal year 22-23 has now shifted everything from July 1 through June 30 the following year. It will tell you at the top the fiscal year starting on July 1st. And I can now say, okay, I just want to start the budget on the beginning of their fiscal year. So I'm going to move over to July 1st. And now the budget starts then. I can also all of these pieces that fall in not scheduled, I can backdate my budget if you want to show them when this year they should have paid for it, etc. So all of the things, sorry, not scheduled, overdue. All of the assets that land in overdue or recommendations, if they have a time period on it prior to when this is budgeted for, you can include that in the budget if you wanted to do that. So those are all of the new pieces. Again, customizable dashboard, the new tiles on the dashboard, filter enhancements, right? I can hide those filters to get that real estate, and fiscal year budgeting. Can't wait to hear your feedback, and as always, happy life cycling.